topic for tonight is criticism. Is it's building or it's destroying? And a part of the chinuch, from time to time, we have no choice, and we have to say few words of criticism to our kids. You cannot avoid it, but we have to make sure not to focus only in the negative part. We have to remember the positive sides that the child have. But after all, there is a moment that we have to concentrate pedavka on the negative part, because that's what we're trying to teach or to be mechanech. So actually we cannot run away. So how should we approach it? What is the right way to criticize the child? How can a parent can criticize his own child and with it not to cause him to disconnect and to block his ears from listening to us? Because nobody likes criticism. So the kunz is meaning to say a criticism and to keep the child close to us. So how can we do it? How can we do it? So the answer to all this, we're going to the root of the criticism. Because there is a criticism that's coming from a bad place, which is anger, frustrations, and we ashamed or we afraid from the shaming that we're gonna get outside what kind of kids we have. This is a bad place to come to criticize a child. And on the other hand, there is a criticism that everything is coming from a place of love. It's coming from a place because באמת I want to be mechanech my child. So there should be better. And it should be for them better. So when you're coming to talk to the child with love, and you have to feel this love, then he will accept it because he will know that it's coming from a loving place. So we have to put any effort that all the time that we want to say criticism is because we love them, not because we angry at them, not because it is causing me shame outside, and not because I'm frustrated, because since we love them so much, we're looking for their own good. We want them to do good and should be successful in spiritual and in the material. So it's very important, extremely, not to bring also with the love that we have the kids, something that is negative. Like anger, frustrations, our pride got hurt, and all the things that we know, meaning the criticism has to come from mamash, a loving place. So let's see. We are the children of Hashem. How Hashem wants to criticize us? Let's go to the Torah for a second. And there is a verse in Mishlei. And the verse is saying as follows. Hashem talking to us. And he's saying, Beni, my son, Torati al tishkach. Don't forget my Torah. Umitzvotai, and the mitzvot, Yitzor libecha. It should always will be in your heart. And one of the commentary on this verse, it's called Metzudat David. And he is explaining what Hashem telling us. And hear what he's saying. Hashem telling us, you, the Jew, that you're very dear to me, like a father to a son. I'm warning you. Don't forget my Torah. Meaning, Hashem is talking to us.
Is this Egeret HaRambam?
No, this is Sefer Mishlei,
Sefer Mishlei.
Shlomo HaMelech. The Borei Olam is talking to us. And he's saying, I love you. You're important for me. And you know what I want from you? Torati al tishkach. Don't forget my Torah. Don't forget my Torah, don't forget the mitzvot. And he continued to say, Ki orech yamim, you're going to have a long life. ושנות חיים. And this life will be a real life, what the Torah calls life. ושלום יוסיפו לך. And peace. Hashem will add to it more and more. How? בזכרות לימוד התורה. When you're going to learn Torah and the mitzvot, I'm going to reward you with a long life and to a peaceful life. Hashem give us all the promises, all the good things that He wants to pour on us. Why Hashem has to do all this? He could have come as the boss and say, hey, you have to keep the Torah and the mitzvot. So, no discussion, no question asked, you have to do it. So why they met in such length? He is explaining, and he's saying, my son, and then he has to specify the reward that we're going to have. You see over here the foundation of Chinuch. And the foundation even in Shlom Bayit, and even when a person to a person. Let's say you see your son doing something that you don't like. It's not good. We all see it. Or he has something that it needs improvement. Okay, you have a job to do. You have to give him chinuch now. Now you have to tell him what is not correct, what he is lacking at. And this sounds like now you have to criticize him. So what is the right approach? So it should not sound like criticism. You have to ask yourself, how can I say a criticism that will go to the heart of the child? Usually, the criticism stops right over here. It's not penetrating. We wanted to penetrate and to stay in the heart of the child. How? What's the approach? So, don't we have to learn from Hashem? So Hashem, when He starts to tell us, when He wants to tell us what to do, He said, my child. First of all, you're my child. And then you say, you my child, I love you very much. And now you can start to say, I want you to keep the Torah and the mitzvot. But it doesn't sound like a criticism. It sounds like a request. It's not a command, it's a request. It's for your own good. Why? Like Hashem told us, Ki orech yamim u'shnot chaim yosifu lach. You're gonna benefit from it. That's what we tell the child. And in another verse, in the same book, Mishlei, that was written by Shlomo HaMelech, listen to what he says. Al torach letz penis naika. A person that he is letzan, is a clown. Light-headed כזה. If you're gonna criticizing him, if you're criticizing him, he will hate you. הוכיח לחכם, but if you're criticizing a chacham, ויאהבך, he will love you. He said, thank you very much to opening up my eyes. So we're gonna call him a letz. Leitzan is a clown. He doesn't want to accept any criticism. You try to tell him important things. You're bringing in proofs. And you're explaining him logic. But he runs away from the emet. He doesn't want to hear it. Because he's not interested in emet. You're trying to talk to him about the tachlis. Why are you here for? Why did you come to this world for? And you're telling him, don't forget, this world is a temporary world. We are temporary over here. Don't destroy for yourself the eternity because of few enjoyment that it comes and goes. Nothing will stay with you. Temporary enjoyment. Leave the internet. Look where you are. Look where did you get? And look what you're watching. You're getting into bad places and worse, and it's getting worse and worse. What's going to be the end with you? You're saying things which are good, but you don't know, you're talking to deaf ears. Deaf. Because he wants to continue in his own way. He's running away from your criticism. And he hates you. Why? Because you're forcing him to look at the emet in the eyes. You see the truth? Here is the truth. He said, I'm running away from the truth. Why are you putting him in front of my eyes? I don't want the truth. Who is the Chacham? Let's. He said, I'm a clown. I like everything temporary. I don't care. Olam haba. Not talking to me. The Chacham is a person that he wants to get better. He wants to work on himself. And if you're showing him how and with what and how he can get better, he is happy and he loves you. because he knows you're helping him. The Chacham is looking for Emet because he wants to do what Hashem wants him to do. So you can tell him, Emet, there is only one. And this is the Torah. Other than that, everything is lie. Everything is lie. There is only one Emet. So he said, look at the history. Nation rise, disappears. All kind of idols up, out. There is only one thing that always stays. The Torah and the Jews, and we have to serve Hashem. That's it. Why? Because this will help you to get married with Kedusha, to build a real Jewish home, a truthful one, to live with Shlom Bayit, to raise your kids, to give them chinuch, the proper one. If you're gonna take all this to Chacham, he will love you for this. So you cannot tell a person that you're a clown. So what are we gonna do with him? We have a child, he doesn't want to listen to us. He is in a category of a let's. Not interested. So what do you have to do? If you tell him what he is, you think he will listen to you? No way. What do you have to tell him? You Chacham. You're smart. It's very clear to me that you will understand what Emet means. Because you have a good heart. You like to help people. Say compliments, say something good to this let's. And the good words will open up his heart. And then he will want to accept from you. If you're gonna come straight forward, face to face, and you tell him you Asha, and you let's, and this one, forget it. This you don't do. And many parents, unfortunately, that's what they do. You cannot say this to a child. For sure, not to a teenager, oy vavoy. Because then, he said, why? Are you better than I am? And then he will start to count all your faults. Imagine your child will start to tell you, but you also doing it. What are you going to say? And the child will tell you, who are you, Bichlal, to come and to tell me Musar? You think that you better than me? You understand more than me? Now we are in a war zone. Where is the chinuch? Forget it. It's not going to happen. So you have to know, criticism can be very extreme. There is no middle over here. Criticism can build a person, or criticism can torch a person and destroying him completely. Criticism that the approach is wrong, it's torching the person that you're saying it to him, and it creating resistance, because this criticism is distracting and there is no benefit from it. Kids that they observed at home a lot of criticism, for a long time, it can very well happen that they're going to wind up on the street. Now, listen to this. Every child wants to satisfy his parents. He wants to do what they want because he loves his parents. And he wants the parents to love him and to accept him. But if he feels all the time that we are disappointed from him, that is not good, so he will be becoming a bitter person. He thinking to himself, there is no chance that that one day I'll be good because my parents saying that I'm not good. So who will tell me that I'm good? If they don't love me, who will love me? That's why he's looking for opportunity to run away, to get out of the house. Why? Because he had enough. He cannot prove himself to his parents. On the other hand, criticism that building a child is chacham. You have to be chacham in order to say positive criticism. You're going to build your child. And not only building your child, you're creating a reality that the child will love you. He wants to hear you. So, what is the foundation to criticism that positive will build the child? Now I will ask you to help me a little bit. Let's see how good you are. Do you know the word in Lashon HaKodesh, mishpacha? Hello?
Family.
Ah,
Mishpacha, family, right?
yes.
Okay.
So I assume that you the only one who knows.
No,
Everyone knows this.
Everybody knows it. Okay, good. Okay, what are the first two letters of mishpacha?
Mem and Shin.
What are the last two letters of mishpacha?
Chet and Hey.
Good. Tell me, with these four letters, okay, which word you can come up with?
Mishcha? No.
You're very close, no?
Masacha?
No?
No. Mishcha, Masacha, Mish. I'm not so good in Hebrew, so
Mem shit hey, no?
Mashiach.
No?
Mashche,
Sameach.
No, 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 no.
Simcha.
Ah, bravo. Very good. Finally, we
is it?
have it.
What is it?
Simcha. But we have one extra letter, which is what?
Samach.
Mishpacha
Hey.
have one.
Hey, hey. Extra letter is pay, no?
Pay, right?
Hey.
The pay is extra.
We have to watch what we're saying, huh?
We have mem shin. Okay?
Right,
We have chet hey, and the
Right.
pay is smack in the middle.
right.
What can bring a simcha to the mishpacha?
What
The
we are,
pay, the pay, the mouth. Did you get it?
right.
Depends on what coming out of your mouth.
Piha patcha b'chokhmah.
A person will build a child of his with his mouth. So first of all, you have to tell the child, I love you. Let them feel it. Let them feel how important he is to you. This fundamental point is so important to the child. And for us also. Because if this is the base, every action that we take, it will look different. It's coming from a loving place. Let me ask the ladies over here a question. When you know that your husband loves you, cares for you, and he's showing it, and he tells you compliments, if he will ask you, right, if you want, if it's not difficult, please, if you can make me a cup of tea. It will bother you?
No.
Are you going to do it besimcha?
Yes.
Why?
Because he's saying in a everything in a loving way.
You know that he loves you. You know he cares for you. He always saying compliments to you, always, right?
Right.
But he's asking you something to do. Aren't you going to do it?
Yes, of course.
But if you're upset at your husband, you really want to choke him. And yet he said, tea, please. Where is my tea? How are you going to feel?
I'm not gonna do it.
Why not?
Because he's rude and not nice.
So the child feels that we are rude to him. So he doesn't want to do it.
True, very true.
No, that's so funny. I never thought of this way. But what do we do when we say it first nicely and then nicely again, and then the third time nicely, and then after the fourth time, it's like, okay. And then you say it in a rude way.
Probably the child feels that we don't love him enough. You have to show it again and again and again. You know, it's not kaka, bingo, and it's working. The child have to feel that we love him.
But if the child, let's say, compares, let's say I asked somebody to wash dishes, but then they're like, but you asked me last time, can you ask this person? This? You know what I mean? Should I just say, no, but I love you so much, I'm asking you? It doesn't,
No. So something in the request, right away, the child has resistance. Because if he feels that you love him be'emet, why should the child resist? Why should he resist?
I don't know. I understand.
I'll tell you what. And I'm very serious now. I think that we don't know bichlal what love means. Maybe I have to teach. Maybe I have to teach what love means. How to show love.
Rabbi, we show the kids a lot of love. What do you mean? Like we show them so much love, like that is, I think it's too much that they take advantage of us. And that's why they don't listen, like the first time, second time, third time. They
How
just
do
like
you show them love?
by doing everything for them, by,
Here we
whatever.
go. I knew it. I'll take you here. I'll take you there. I'll buy you this. I'll cook what you like.
Okay, but that's
In
our
the restaurant, they can
now.
cook what I like also. Okay?
What again?
In the restaurant, I'll go to a
Oh,
restaurant that they
restaurant.
cook what I like and we don't fall in love. Okay? That's not what I mean.
But you can't compare a restaurant to a mother's
That's
food.
what you think. Did you ask your child?
For them, the restaurant is better, actually.
No. You get me. There is two sides to every coin. You know that.
Yes.
If I'll stop now, every parent, and I will ask him, do you love your child? Everybody will look at me like a weirdo.
Of course we do.
Yeah, it was, of course we do.
But when I finish what love means, oh boy,
Unconditionally.
it's so, you know, people think, oh, it's like the movie. I love you, ha ha ha, hoo, zeu. That's a sheker. We got used to sheker. That's the problem. Love is something completely different. Because one of the main things of chinuch is to love. If it's not coming from love, no matter what I say, and no matter how many advices I'm gonna give you, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. In the Torah, Hashem says, Ahavti etchem, Amar Hashem. I'm telling you, I love you no matter what. And this is a statement. It's a statement.
How do we show love if the child is being difficult?
You keep telling him, even if you have to take his phone or something, you have to look at his eyes and says, because mommy loves you, I have to do it. If I will not do it, I hate you. I have to do it. Because you're so dear to me.
Mhm.
This will penetrate. He might, on the moment, he will say, bah, bah, bah. Don't fall for it. He said, mommy loves you.
But the child will hate you.
He will not.
But then the child says, I don't want, if this is what you choose, if this is how you want to love me, then I'd rather you not love me. Just do what I want you to do.
Because you're a child, you don't know what love means. Iman loves you. When Hashem gives you a smack, right? Do you feel the love?
Mm,
No, right?
right.
But because he loves us, he needs to put us in line, because otherwise he doesn't love us. When I care, I put you in line. When I don't care, you can do whatever you want. Who cares? And this, at the time that we have peace, you take the child and tell him, do you know how much I love you? We cannot even put it on the scale. You're so good, you have such a good heart. I'm sure that one day you're gonna help so many people. But you know, Emet, there is only one. And I want you to live a life of Emet because I love you. Otherwise, you know, you're gonna live a life of Sheker. You're gonna suffer all your life. I don't want it for you. And it's for your own good. And you can say why people wind up at the end in jail, why people have problems, because they didn't want to listen. Because emet, there is only one. Again and again and again. You want me as an imam to let you live a life of sheker? That's what you expect out of me. You tell me. You want me to poison you? Tell me what you're asking me to do.
Rav, shekel is a lie, right?
Yeah,
So you tell a child, you want me to let you live a lie, like saying like
yeah.
that?
That's what you expect out of me. If I'll do it, I don't, meaning I don't love you. I don't care for you. And that's not me. You are my two eyes, you.
Mhm.
It's not a criticism. It's just teaching the child there's only one emet over here. Zeu, the rest, all this, it's sheker and this and that. Everything else is a sheker.
So you tell a child that you love them with the truth, like
Because I love you, I want you to live a life of emet.
of truth. Okay.
Every child,
A
can,
child will understand that,
of course,
like the truth or a lie,
maybe
like
not fully now because he
yeah.
has big yetzer hara,
Uh-huh.
yes,
Yes.
but at least you know Ima loves him. And Ima told him that he's a sheker. Okay?
That Ima is not just lying to him that he loves, that you love him, and it's the like I'm telling him the truth.
Zeu.
Okay.
And
got
you
it.
ask him a question. What do you expect me to do? To lie to you?
My father, Alav Shalom, told me that the only people that don't tell you the lie is your parents.
Absolutely.
Your parents will tell you the truth.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you the truth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because the parents care. And you
Right.
have to show them that you care.
Sometimes, Rob, parents don't keep their promise, or so that something is not done, the way they want it to be, and it doesn't go the right way. The kids think like, oh, you lied to me. How do you deal with that?
If you promise the child something and you cannot keep it, for example, you call the child. Chaim, I promised you this and this and this. At the moment, okay, I'm not able to fulfill it. What do you think we have to do? I really want to fulfill the promise. You think we should? Can you wait? Or Ima will go somewhere. I'll get a loan and I'll buy you what I promised you. You let the child participate in this. You see, באמת that you care for him. you want to fulfill the promise.
But sometimes it doesn't happen the way you want it to, you know, happen.
Because we don't have patience.
Right.
The child says, but you promised me. Why don't you buy me? He says, because I said so.
No, but like
So
you
a child will not, you're losing the trust in the eyes of your child.
yes, that's true. That's why the child is upset at you, right?
You see, now the generation have big demands. Everything is wide open. And if we're not going to perform and be focused, the kids today are very demanding. We
Very
were not like that. Not at all.
true.
Today they know how to demand. So we have to be very patient. We have to have the time to explain. And we have to say, you know, we're doing it because we love you. If the child asking something that is extraordinary, tell him, you cannot tell me now to hate you. That's what you're asking me to do. Because if I'll give you what you want, you have to know, I don't love you. Because I love you and I care for you, I don't want you to get hurt. It's not the truth. I cannot do it. I can't. I cannot poison you. That's what you're asking me to do, to poison you. The child understands this kind of a language very well. He may try to manipulate you, but you have to say it the way it is. Because I love you, I'm not going to buy it for you.
Rabbi,
My friend will buy it for me. I don't need you. If these are your friends, you have to know that they hate you. They don't care for you. Only Ima cares for you. And Abba.
Rabbi,
Yeah.
what if your child tells you you're so mean, you're annoying, I hate you? How do you respond to that, to these comments?
Depends what you told him.
Whatever. I tell her to put her socks on or her slippers. It's cold, put your hat on. A 9, 10-year-old, 11-year-old. And they roll
Okay.
their eyes and they show an attitude and they say, you're so mean, you're so annoying. And
Because probably he feels that you want to implement your authority. You can ask a child, do you want to put a hat? It's a little bit cold outside. No, I don't want to. Okay. Go.
But I don't want her to get sick, Rabbi. It's cold out. And I explained to her.
But how are they going to learn consequence? How?
I don't know. We weren't raised this way, Rabbi. We used
I know. I know.
we used to listen to our parents always.
Why you have to tell the child if it's cold outside or it's hot outside? It's באמת, you annoying. I don't want to wear a coat, okay? I don't want to wear a coat because I think it's hot outside. So your answer should be okay. If that's what you want, fine enough. Let them freeze outside, okay? And next time he'll take the coat by himself. Why we have to be all the time with an umbrella?
Rabbi, it's not just that. Anything I ask them, everything is with an attitude.
Like what?
You're so annoying. You're annoying. You're so mean. You're so mean.
But again, you're telling me a quarter of a picture, okay? How is your approach? You see, when the child feels that you love him, he will tell you, you annoying me.
No, but everything annoys her. Her siblings annoy her. Every little thing annoys her.
And so most probably, this child,
She screams constantly. Very tough personality for a 9-year-old.
so she is bitter, okay? She feels that nobody pays attention to her. She's good only to clean or I don't know what. Try to put yourself in her shoes.
Okay.
She's not feeling love. Definitely. I'm not in your house. I don't live there. For what you're telling me, she feels totally disconnected from the family.
No, she's very attached to my husband. My husband plays with her a lot.
What?
She's very attached to my husband, to her Abba.
Most
So they-
probably he showed her love.
Yes.
Here's your answer. Here's your answer.
But she's constantly yelling at her siblings.
Because,
Every little thing annoys her.
yeah, because she feels that they all don't like her. And she feels that she's not accepted by them. So every small thing will annoy her. Imagine to come home to such an atmosphere. Try to be a child for a second. You cannot cancel feeling of a person. That's what she feels. Our job is to see why she's feeling like that. How is she behaving in school?
She's good. I mean, I don't get any phone calls.
That's all.
Teachers like her.
Okay, good. So באמת, your house needs All I can say is this, I'm calling you to order.
Well, Dov used to be my child like that too. I started paying more attention. I gave her more, hugs and everything. She's a completely different person now.
Absolutely no. Absolutely. There is no doubt בכלל. This is how they protest, no? You are annoying me, you are annoying me. That's a protest.
Dov, what can we do about financial independence for the child? Let's say the child, so we have rules and this and that, certain things we're not allowed to get. And the child wants to, start spending money, this and that of his own. So how do we implement that?
Very good. That's a good question. First of all, you and your husband have to set up rules. What are we accepting in this house and what we're not accepting in the house. You can buy whatever, but it's not coming into this house.
Okay. Even something as small as, let's say, like nail polish or like candy. Because we tell them, candy, on Shabbat, things like that.
How old is the one that she is asking for nail polish?
11? We should start letting?
Let's make a deal.
Mhm.
You tell her, I assume that the school not gonna like it at all. It's a sue, yes? But I'll call you back in 2 minutes. Yeah. I know. 2 minutes. Everything. Okay. So we have to finish. I'll tell you this much. You can tell her you can do it only for Shabbat. If you're gonna keep saying no, we have to find a compromising way. Tell her the school is not allowing it. So when she's not in school, you're in the house. We're gonna let you do it only for Shabbat. When Shabbat is over, you're gonna take it off.
Okay, thank you. They're really going to love Shabbat.
Again. Okay, good. You didn't say total no, and you're not going against the school because she's not there now. And you're causing her to love Shabbat. Okay. Okay,